Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. Welcome back to Old Man Rambles. Um, I've apparently reached 500 subscribers, and I know this because YouTube had a little ding that told me so. Um, so I guess I'll make a video about me getting 500 subscribers. Um, a lot of this is going to be a rehash of the video I did for getting 100 subscribers. Um, so rehash of that video. Um, but with so many people, I don't know. I just felt the need to explain myself again with new people. So, first of all, thank you for subscribing. If you watch my videos, you know any of my other videos, you know that I don't promote myself. I almost deliberately. I always hate it when someone says, "Please like and subscribe." So that's pretty much why, you know, a lot of my videos, like, thanks for watching. My stuff sucks. But I got into the YouTube business because of work. For those of you who don't know, because you are recently subscribed, the company that I work for has a bunch of clubs. They have like a photography club, they have a gardening club, they have like a VA club to do work for veterans, and they have a geek club, where the geeks. And when I was picking out my shirt today, I did not wear this shirt deliberately. I'm the kind of guy who just pulls the thing that's in the top of the drawer, and this happened to be it. Yes, we have merch. My work community of geeks has merch. And when we first started, and as it actually became the biggest club on campus, we had hundreds of people. But we did all kinds of things. We did book reviews and game reviews on our little in-house website, that kind of stuff. We had game nights. We had tabletop game nights. We had D&D game nights. We had paint nights, either to paint on like the canvases or painting miniatures. We had movie nights. There were nights when we rented movie theaters. Like the group of us, we went to a theater. We filled the theater with geeks. We had all kinds of live in-person events, and it was great. We did this all the time, at least one a week, if not more. And then COVID happened, and we were having our planning meetings, our steering committee meetings. I'm on the steering committee, and people are asking, what can we do to keep engagement going? We have all these people who are interested in our stuff. What can we do to keep these people engaged and provide them with content? And I said, well, I've seen people online, they're switching to doing YouTube videos for stuff they used to do live. And they said, good idea, you do that. So me and my big mouth, I had an idea, and they made me do the idea. Well, not made me. I agreed, and I volunteered. My initial idea was to do a gaming channel. I love playing video games. I have at least one YouTuber who I follow and have been following for more than 10 years, who is a gamer. He's probably the only gamer that I follow, long term, just because I think he does a really good job. He's funny. His name is MF Pallytime. But so yes, MF Pallytime is my inspiration for doing videos. But so I tried to do a gaming channel, and nobody watched my videos. But then they took down our website where we could post reviews and stuff. I used to write reviews, game reviews, book reviews, movie reviews, things like that. And I put them on our in-house website, and they canceled that and moved everything to cloud. So we didn't really have a way to do the reviews that I had been doing all along. So I switched to doing my book and game reviews and movie reviews on my YouTube channel, and kind of phased out my gaming videos a little bit. I still do gaming reviews when I have a new game to play that I like enough to do a review on. And the Old Man Ramble stuff was just I had some topics that I was interested in, and I just I wanted to voice them. And for some reason, I thought YouTube would be a good place to do that. Now, I realize that most people who have subscribed to my channel do so because of the Old Man Rambling videos. I just because I don't really promote myself that much doesn't mean I can't see when the spikes happen. You know, when I post a like Old Man Rambles video and it resonates with people and I get a few hundred views, membership, subscriptions go up. But this is not an Old Man Rambles channel. That is not my focus. If you look at my YouTube channel and look at the playlist, you'll notice I don't have an Old Man Rambles playlist. I won't make one because that's not my focus. That doesn't mean I'm not going to stop. You know, as long as I have something to say, I could say it here. The reason you know, most people, when they have something that works and they see that it drives engagement, they're going to focus on that. And I can't do that. I'm a massive introvert, and I don't really engage with the news and the world all that much. So it's difficult for me to actually find enough topics to talk about more than once a week. Some days I do, and some days I don't. I make like a little scratch and say I want to talk about this thing, and I'll make a sticky note and stick it somewhere. But by and large, yeah, I can only come up with one thing a week to ramble about. And I felt that, you know, the reason I'm doing this in the first place is that I felt I owe the people who have subscribed for my Old Man content at least they deserved an explanation of why I'm not really doing that as my primary source of content. I would still like this to be a gaming channel. That would be my preference. One of the things that made it difficult is that I do have a full-time job. When I started doing this stuff, I still had one kid living at home. I don't. They've moved out now and have their own place with their partner and stuff, and they're all well and good. But I still have to work 40 hours a week or more. Even though I work from home, sometimes, yeah, I do work more than 40 hours. And that leaves me precious little time to do anything serious. All of my stuff is going to be these short form little things, 10 to 20 minutes, whatever I think I can come up with, whatever I think I can talk about. But I would like to do more gaming stuff. Maybe I'll try and get back into that. Maybe I'll try streaming. That's what all the cool kids are doing. We'll have to see. But thanks for subscribing. I felt I owed you an explanation of why I don't do more old man stuff, and that's not my focus. Although I am glad you're here. I don't really expect the people who come here for my Old Man Rambling stuff to go watch my other crap. But thank you for liking my stuff enough to subscribe. You know, it may not be my focus, but it does feel good to connect with people, even with something that I'm not really trying to do. Good hunting.